Hey everybody, today I want to talk about the leaked trailer that hit late last night. I know most of you probably didn't get to see it, so I want to talk some details about it. I would definitely post this if I could. If I did, I'd get hit by a copyright claim by EA, I'm sure, immediately, so I can't post it, guys. As much as I would love to be the only dude with it, it would get taken down so damn fast. It's not worth my time, and I don't need a strike on my account. Alright, first and foremost, what everybody's really thinking about is multiplayer. The game's going to be a little bit different than your traditional Battlefield title. It's definitely a cops versus criminals type game. And they have different game modes to reflect this. You have the heist. The cops must stop criminals from blowing up a bank vault and making off with all the cash or whatever inside. And you also have a mode called Hotwire. The cops pursue criminals through huge, giant environments. And there's high-speed chases with muscle cars, police cruisers, and all kinds of vehicle combat, from what I can understand here, and combat where you're shooting guns out of the back of a car, which kind of reminds me of a few other games. Sort of maybe like the new Grand Theft Auto Online, a little bit Payday there, and there's also a mode called Rescue. The SWAT forces go in to hostile territory and rescue hostages during a robbery gone wrong. And there's also blood money. Cops and criminals fight over a giant pile of money that they must secure and take back to their safe house, whoever gets it first, obviously. Now, you have all kinds of different environments like every Battlefield title, but these are actually American. We don't really see the American maps in most of the Battlefield series. It's always some far-off place, and I really wanted to see American locations in them, just because, why not? And one of them's, they call it a grow lab, underground grow lab, which basically is they're growing pot in some basement, I think. And there's a bank vault, and there's this area somewhere out in the desert. There's a big sandstorm just rolling in, kind of like Gulf of Oman on Battlefield 4. And you see some vehicles in there. I know there's a plane at one point diving in, an attack helicopter, and supposedly there's going to be multiple different Levolution things. Yeah, they're sticking with Levolution, but multiple different events that can go in different ways. It's supposedly going to vary it up quite a bit. And one of the biggest new additions is going to be that grappling hook. You see quite a few little scenes of it shooting this grappling hook up on top of buildings, being able to go up atop of them. They say it's for anti-camper, but I'm going to guess this is going to be used by campers quite a bit. And there's also, you can use it as a zip line going roof to roof, building to building, and using the roofs of all these buildings to get around. And there seems to be a decent amount of destruction in most of the maps. It doesn't look like it's a whole lot more than we've seen in Battlefield 3 and 4, unfortunately. It's not like some of the older Bad Company 2, where everything was destroyable. Quite a bit does break up, blow apart, but you can see the base structure is still there, so you're not going to be able to create your own path through buildings. Now, in some of these maps, they look quite large. I know it says they're very large, and maybe the largest of any ever, which, traditionally I don't really like the giant maps that DICE has done, just because there's too empty, there's not enough going on. But I think this is more open just for those car chases, whether you be the cops and chasing them in a squad car, or maybe an armored vehicle, or maybe the bad guy running on a crotch rocket, because those are definitely in there. And we'll see how this plays out. I hope it's not run around for half an hour trying to find somebody and just to get shot in the back as soon as you enter a building. It's very apparent in this trailer, because most of the trailer is this. It's going to focus heavily on single-player experience. And by single player, I don't necessarily mean it's just one player. It definitely looked like there was co-op, because you could see a split four-way screen for, I'm going to guess, the console people. And obviously, I'm sure all us PC gamers are going to be able to play with our buddies. But it looks to focus heavily on that single-player experience. And some of the maps look quite large just for that reason. And I don't know if it's going to be very open like, say, Grand Theft Auto, or the maps are very well laid out to the extent where it's somewhat linear or not. But it definitely looks like it's giving you multiple options on how you would definitely play this. It showed a gadget where you can use to spot people and go around and be very stealth-like. I'm going to guess that's where like the stun gun and stuff like that comes into use. or you could just run in there guns blazing, shotguns, blowing everybody away. It's all going to be up to you, and it looks to give you a decent number of options. And again, with all those different vehicles, you could probably go about many different ways of doing these missions. Apparently, Visceral wants every level to seem like a cop drama series. We'll see how that actually plays out. The last couple of Battlefields, at least, from DICE, single player wasn't so great, right? If you enjoyed my video, I would appreciate you hitting that like button, and also please subscribe. And here on the left, I have an MTAR review, and on the right, I have the UMP45 review. And thank you guys for all the support you have been giving me. I really do appreciate it. And please comment down below on anything and what you think about this. Bye.